All at once the sky just gave it up. A cloud burst open, warm and sudden and loud. The streets were boiling and now they're steaming. That smell is rising like a dream from the ground. Summer rain on hot asphalt, the kind of smell that finds the deepest part of you. Summer rain, sudden and soft, it only lasts a moment, but it's perfectly true. I don't know why this feeling hits so hard, standing at the edge of a puddle in the dark. Everyone ran inside, but I stood still. My shoes are soaked, my shoulders wet and warm. I've been too careful all year with my umbrella. Maybe I needed to be caught in this storm. Summer rain on hot asphalt, the kind of smell that finds the deepest part of you. Summer rain, sudden and soft, it only lasts a moment, but it's perfectly true. The rain stops fast, the sun comes back, everything is glittering, everything is washed. Still standing in it, still standing in it. I found it under blankets in the attic, carried it down carefully like a gift. Cleaned the needle, found the oldest record, and held my breath before the first note hit. Crackle and hissing in the music, coming from another era. The living room filled up with something warmer than anything digital. Old record player, still alive. I sat on the floor and just listened, not moving, not checking my phone. The whole side of the album played through, and I forgot that time was happening. Still spinning, still beautiful. Down the alley through the morning haze, something warm is drifting through the air. I don't know why a smell can stop the day, but I slow my steps and breathe it in with care. Flour and butter, something soft and sweet, a little bakery behind a wooden door. The kind of smell that pulls you off the street and makes you want to stay a little more. This small thing, this soft thing, this unexpected morning blessing. Something warm, something near, reminds me all is right, right here. A little loaf, a golden crust, simple things are all I really trust. Sometimes happiness is walking past a door, and catching something golden you didn't know you needed anymore. Warm and slow, warm and slow. I can't explain why today is different. The alarm went off and I just didn't mind. Something in the air was almost asking me to be a little gentler, and I find it's a good morning. I don't know why everything is ordinary and everything is fine. The coffee tastes like coffee. The sun is just the sun. But something in the background hums a lovely tune. A good morning, just a good morning. The kind that doesn't ask for any reason to be good. I opened up the window and the air came in, the kind of cool that makes you wanna live. I stood there for a moment in the breeze, just breathing in whatever this day gives. These mornings are the best ones, the unexplained ones, when life just decides to feel a little lighter. Good morning, good morning. The schedule said 1 hour to the next train. I sat on the only bench on the platform. The town behind me was too small to explore, so I stayed and let the hour arrive to me. Quiet station, no one else waiting. The clock moved slowly and that was fine. Sometimes the gift of travel is the pausing, the unhurried middle of the journey. A sparrow landed near my feet. I broke a cracker into 3 small pieces. We ate together on the empty platform. 2 travelers go in different directions. Train's coming now. That was just right. The crickets were at full volume all July. I'd fall asleep to them and wake to them, and in the hottest afternoons I'd make a drink full of ice just to hear it. Crickets outside and ice inside, the summer soundtrack of my childhood. That rattle and that high summer singing, all that heat you can't escape from, but wouldn't want to. I'd carry my glass to the back step and sit and listen and sweat and be glad that summer had come back around again, and that I was exactly here for it, still ringing. Crickets and ice. The curtains let in light that isn't mine. The sounds outside are foreign and alive. I lie still for a moment in the strange and let the newness slowly help me thrive. Coffee from a shop I've never heard of, a table by the window all alone. The city doesn't know me, doesn't need me, and somehow that is what I'd call a home. A morning in a city I don't know. Everything is open, everything's unknown. I could be anyone on these quiet streets. I could be the freest thing there's ever been. New sounds, new light, new coffee going warm. This is what I traveled all this way for. I won't remember all the names exact feeling better than any word can tell. New city, new me, just for today. A handwritten envelope in the mailbox, in a world where mail is mostly bills. I recognized the handwriting before I opened it and sat down right there on the step. Letter from someone who took the time to find paper, a pen, and the right words. Who sat somewhere and thought of me long enough to fill a whole page. I read it twice before going inside. Once more at the kitchen table, then folded it back the way it came and kept it in the drawer beside my bed. Reading it again tonight. Thank you for the time it took. The afternoon falls slow across the floor. Dust is dancing in the golden air. The kettle hums a quiet little song, and I have nowhere else I need to be. A book half read is lying on the chair. The clock ticks soft, I'm barely keeping track. The world outside is moving on without me, and that feels fine. I'm not looking back, just the light and me, just the light and me. Afternoon pouring through the window pane. Nothing needs to change, nothing needs to change. I could stay like this forever in this frame. Golden light, stay a little longer. The afternoon falls slow across the floor. Dust is dancing in the golden air. The kettle hums a quiet little song, and I have nowhere else I need to be. A book half read is lying on the chair. The clock ticks soft, I'm barely keeping track. The world outside is moving on without me, and that feels fine. I'm not looking back, just the light and me, just the light and me. Afternoon pouring through the window pane. Nothing needs to change, nothing needs to change. I could stay like this forever in this frame. Golden light, stay a little longer. Somewhere over the middle of the world, I press my face against the plastic glass. Below me, nothing but the white of clouds. Above me, colors burning, orange brass. The sun is setting over nothing, over no city, no field, no sea. Just me and the fire in the distance, and the silence of being completely free. Above the clouds, above the world, above the small concerns I always carry. I am nothing, I am tiny, I am briefly, beautifully free. The cabin's quiet, people reading, sleeping. I wanna keep this picture just a moment. This is the kind of thing you can't unsave. The There was a spot behind the playground that nobody else could find but me. Under a kind of climbing structure where the ground stayed dry in rain. My secret place, my quiet little kingdom, where I'd go when the world got loud. I'd sit there with nothing but myself and feel like the richest kid around. Years later to find it, the space had changed, but I still knew where it was. Some places live longer in memory than they ever did in wood and stone. Still there, still mine. We found the dry wood before dark and built it up the way we'd been shown. The first match didn't catch, the second did, and the circle of light expanded slowly. Campfire going, everyone quiet, watching the same fire from different angles. There's something about fire that silences talking and opens up a different kind of being together. Somebody offered something to roast. We all held our sticks out to the center. The heat on our faces, the dark at our backs, the stars overhead doing their patient thing. Crackling fire, perfect night. Keep a list of things inside the side pocket that I've collected from the places I've been. A tram ticket that expired in a good city, the corner of a map I never threw away. My traveling bag holds the small proofs that I've been somewhere, done something. The weight of all that going and coming is exactly the weight I choose to carry. People ask what's practical about this, and I tell them nothing. That's the point. Some things you carry not because you need them, but because they carry you. Still traveling, still keeping things. I walked the beach before anyone else was up. The tide had smoothed the sand completely flat. I was the first to break the surface for the day. Each step a small announcement. I was here. Footprints in the sand. The tide will take them, I know. Before I know they're mine, a small record of this morning before the day fills in. I walked until the sand became the rock, then turned and walked back through my own prints. It was strange to see the evidence of myself already have a memory, gone with the tide, but real until then. I keep a list of things inside the side pocket that I've collected from the places I've been. A tram ticket that expired in a good city, the corner of a map I never threw away. My traveling bag holds a small proofs that I've been somewhere, done something. The weight of all that going and coming is exactly the weight I choose to carry. People ask what's practical about this, and I tell them nothing, that's the point. Some things you carry not because you need them, but because they carry you. Still traveling, still keeping things. The announcement rings, but I can't hear the words. Just the shape of sound, the hum, the crowd. A train pulls in, the doors slide open wide, and something in my chest says, go, go now. My bag is light, my ticket in my hand, the destination printed, I can feel the ordinary world behind the turnstile is slowly becoming less and less real. On the platform, everything is possible. Every track leads somewhere I've not been. On the platform, heart is almost weightless, about to become someone new again. Somewhere between here and there, I'm the freest that I'll ever be. It's not the place, it's the leaving. It's the moment the door closes, and I know I'm really going. Departing, departing. Not a proper rain, just a soft suggestion, the kind that doesn't make you run inside. I put up my umbrella anyway and walk slower than I usually might. Drizzle on my umbrella overhead, a gentle drumming, soft and even. The street is quiet, the puddles forming slow. I'm in no hurry in this in-between rain. People who were out for walks stayed out. We all nodded at each other's umbrellas, a small shared acknowledgement that this was exactly the right kind of weather. Still drizzling, still fine. I didn't speak enough to explain what I wanted. I pointed at the one in the window. The woman behind the counter smiled and wrapped it. We concluded our whole transaction without words. Buying bread in a city I don't know, with hands and smiles and finger pointing. This is the oldest trade there is. Someone made this, someone needs to eat. Simple and complete. I ate it on a bench outside, still warm, exactly what I needed. I didn't know the street or the baker's name, but it was the best bread I remember. Thank you